like the video.
The album just came out today.
I know, I can already hear you. How on earth are you gonna do a full album review when it literally just came out today? Well, I have the answer for you within 15 seconds, so don't leave. I've already listened to the album 6 or maybe 7. How many times do you have to listen to an album before you're ready to determine how good it is, which songs are good, which songs are bad, how the album flows, etc., etc.? I personally think half a dozen times is enough, so I'm here to provide you with a relatively in-depth review of Baby Keem's new album, Casino.
Been missing your body, loving on your body.
Oh, ho, brother, ho, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Derapy. One of the reasons I feel so comfortable reviewing this album so quickly is because it's pretty short at just 37 minutes. This has allowed me to run it back over and over again to see what tracks I maybe judged too quickly or may have overhyped, because the first time I listened to it, I was listening to it with a very, very pro Baby Keem's chat stream. Stream chat?
Don't crash out, don't crash out, don't crash out.
But I promise I'm ready to talk about this. I listened on stream through AirPods. I listened again in the car multiple times and again through headphones while cleaning up some of my apartment today. It's a very easy album to get through. And I'm just gonna say this up top. If it wasn't very good, I wouldn't have listened to it all day. Spoiler alert, I like the album. I like it a lot. Before I get to the album track by track, I just want to show some love for the album rollout, the live listening party on YouTube right before it was live everywhere. Awesome experience. Had mature Keem outperforming some tracks from the album for the people. He seems to be in good shape, rapping entire songs with very good breath control. It was shot well, it sounded great, very high marks, no complaints. Also, the Boo Man Casino documentary, the 3-part series where family members and childhood friends talked about him and his upbringing, that was awesome. Really gave great insight into the themes on the album and, you know, just some Baby Keem lore.
Baby Keem.
He did a great job of showing and not telling with that little mini doc, and it's barely over 30 minutes in total. Like, it's almost the length of the album. I would very much recommend checking that out on his YouTube before listening to the album. And of course, just listening to the album at least once before listening to this review. Or not, actually. Just stay.
Please don't leave.
First track is called No Security. It's a perfect start to the album, in my opinion. It's just under 2 minutes, it's one verse, and it's just Keem setting the stage. This album is a lot about family. There's some really cutting bars here about being 19 with some millions, making things strange. My mama look at me like she going to the bank. My grandma put me in some awkward spots with the bank. He talks very openly about the struggles he has getting rich as a teenager and the family around him putting pressure on him. There are no wasted bars in this track either. All killer, no filler. The end of the track says, stay inside my laboratory, switching up the categories, shaking off them battle stories, how I made my path to glory. This perfectly transitions into the title track, Casino. How albums begin are extremely important to me. I don't think this could have started any better. I'm feeling like a
9, 10.
The second track is arguably my favorite. As with many modern rap albums, the first track after the intro is gonna be a banger. And Casino delivers in every conceivable way to me. Not only is the instrumental nasty, with a beat switch that is just straight disgusting. We have Keem on topic, on theme. It's Casino. The album is Casino. Much of the album refers to his time growing up in the dirty desert that is Vegas, and we get plenty of references to that in this track and throughout the album. In the title track specifically, we have Keem with different flows, different inflections, but most importantly, he's talking that talk, brother. It all feels very authentic, and underneath this monster of a beat, he's talking about his grandma passing and how he didn't take it well. He cried like a million times, but he says, I'm human. Sue me. Some of my favorite bars from the first verse are, she got a man, so I hold like Solana. Genius says this is a reference to SZA, which, you know, would be obvious because, you know, that's her name. But despite them saying that this is a reference to her song called Weekend, where she's like getting a guy on the weekend while he's with some other chick other days, because I'm chronically online, I know that when he says hold like Solana, he's referring to like crypto. And in that case, Baby Keem, you better not be. But he also has this bar that says the gay homie said y'all are buns. Whatever you're doing, it's not giving. And to me, this is how you show love to Alphabet Gang in the simplest of ways. Hey, I have a gay friend. He said you suck. Very cool, adult Keem. I appreciate you. I'm trying to minimize the amount of music that I actually use because I'm not trying to get cooked for anything, but I do have to say the way that this second verse starts has been stuck in my head.
You bitch ass niggas grow up yet? You bitch ass niggas grow up yet?
Like, what did I do to deserve to be talked to like this? In this verse, he also mentions watching his grandmother pass and the house that he bought, living his truth, hitting rock bottom when he was gone. Now he got nothing to lose. I think the juxtaposition of this wild beat from Casino along with these raw lyrics, it just does something for me. One of the last bars in this track is, looked my pops in the eye, made a decision, it's best to remain estranged. At this point, I'm a little deranged. I was raised to sit in that rain. Bye. The way he says bye is really funny too.
I was raised to sit in that rain. Bye.
This track is perfect to me. It's a 10. I love it. I have no notes. It's a real tone setter to me.
10.
But naturally, what goes up must come down at some point. It's very rare that an album starts out with 3, 4, or 5 really incredible tracks. Those are what we call classics. Next we have Birds and Bees, which is a much more laid back track, far more low key. The track is barely over 2 minutes, and it's just Keem talking about a girl that he messed with. I do appreciate how, while many rappers talk about their relations with women in a really gross way at times, mature Keem chooses to refer to these relations as practicing the birds and the bees. This is not the same Boo Man that was screaming at the beginning of Family Ties.
Come in that bitch. Come in that bitch.
You're better than this now.
There's a really funny bar where he says he'll put a girl on a plane like B.O.B. who featured on Airplanes, which came out when Keem was like 10. Very unexpected bar. He then follows this with your boyfriend a clown. We like to call him B.O.B. Now, I thought we were just calling B.O.B. a clown because I think like he thinks the earth is flat or something. But I don't think this is a random B.O.B. spray. I don't think this is a random B.O.B. stray. I think that this is actually a reference to the literal clown Pennywise, whose real name is Bob. It's a nice song. It's fine. It's like a 7 to me.
7.
It's not the best. It's not a skip. It is what it is. Now, our next track is Good Flirts featuring Kendrick Lamar and Momo Boyd. And here we go.
Crushing on your booty.
This song is once again about Baby Keem's relationship with a young lady. I will say that the singing from Baby Keem on this track, Good Flirts, is actually really good. My bar for him isn't super high. Some of the singing on Melodic Blue was awful to me. So I am very proud of the growth. Momo Boyd is also on this track, and I don't know how well they normally sing, but it's almost as if they're like playing down to their competition. Momo Boyd isn't a bad singer, but they sound almost indistinguishable from Keem at times, which I can understand. Maybe they're just trying to lock into this chemistry that they have. They're going back and forth potentially on the track. But the verses from Keem,
Hype the video.
when he's on his own, aren't super compelling here. And the singing is just, acceptable all around. So when Kendrick comes in, acting kind of crazy, it's not like the best Kendrick feature, but it does keep the song from sounding pretty stale otherwise. The song is called Good Flirt, okay? So it's meant to be relatively harmless. I think anyone being super critical of Kendrick's contribution here is probably taking it all too seriously, but, I could also be biased. He starts the verse by saying, I never knew a love like this, which is just kind of insane. It's a really wild coincidence because J. Cole just did this in that I Love Her Again song. Really, really obviously, they're unrelated. It's just, I have to point it out because the Fall Off literally just dropped 2 weeks ago, and Cole doing that interpolation and then it being followed by a fellow Big 3 alum doing it literally 2 weeks later on a much less serious track. It's just a really wild coincidence. But anyways, Kendrick's verse has some really nice bars about watching Sinners with his favorite sinner. It's cute. He says he gossips with his girl like he's Young Thug too. Some call this like a shot or a jab. I actually think it's a sign of solidarity in a way. What kind of relationship do you have if you can't talk to your lady about whatever, whoever, I think it's funny. I can't not address the elephant size booty in the room. This man says booty 8 times in this one verse. And I think he also mentions butt another time or two. It's a lot.
Missing your booty, loving on your booty, kissing on your booty.
At this point, we totally get it.
Crushing on your booty.
I don't know if it's quite clear.
Kendrick Lamar is a butt man. I think this track probably wouldn't have the same level of spice or energy without Kendrick's silly booty verse. So, I think it adds what's needed. I'm feeling a strong 7 on it. It is what it is.
7.
It's not as bad as his verse on Backdoor. Like Backdoor, that was actually a bad Kendrick feature. This is just, I feel like it fit the track well. I have great news for you. House Money, the next track, gets us back where we need to be. Kendrick is back with another assist on a hook that has already stuck in my head.
Walk up in the party, I don't feel nobody.
Still not sure whether he's saying feel or fear. Either way, it comes across just as tough. Very much wish he had a rap verse on this track, but it's okay. This track is just over 3 minutes, and honestly, the first and second verse from Baby Keem are so much better than the third, and it's just annoying because Kendrick Lamar is right there. He's literally in the studio. He's already on the song. This song had Family Ties potential, but I can't tell a lie. This is not that. The first verse has Keem telling us to get off the couch, get out the house. What's your working amount? What's your effort amount? Like, it's tough. You just have to listen to it. It really makes you want to move. Keem said he had to jump off the porch. He had to work out the ground. It's heat. It's fire. I don't know what to tell you. The second verse, he sneaks in some lore about his mom leaving him in the back of the stash house, and it's like, goodness, dude, I'm glad you're okay now. I guess, I hope. Later on, we also have Gamer Keem saying that he's effing a girl up like karate, the way he boots her from the lobby, which is really funny because many rappers talk about putting women out. Keem is equating this to kicking someone out of like a COD or like a Fortnite lobby. I love this guy. I'll say that again later, I'm sure. This song is a solid 8, but it had 9 potential, but I just can't go there. I have to be real.
8.
I Am Not a Lyricist is certainly a highlight for me. I would be surprised if it wasn't for anybody that was listening to this. I love the ironic title of the track. This track is lyrically dense and gets very personal, actually. For the third or fourth time so far on this album, Baby Keem talks about his grandma, followed by a really jarring set of bars. Mama called me bipolar, grandma called me boo man, drugs in my baby stroller, needles in the playground sand, auntie making love to the ice cream man, a child with the wolves every day, I am that slot machine that nobody held, people gamble with their life scared to bet on themselves, grandma gave me a keyboard when I was 12, Connie got me out the group home when I was 6, too many alcoholics around when grandma went to jail, was sure I wouldn't be found, should have stayed with Jarrell. And this is another point in the album where I'm like, are you okay? How are you okay? I love the pairing of him speaking on the goods and the bads of those around him. Auntie's getting around, but she also got him out of their group home. Grandma gave me a keyboard, but she also went to jail. I'm at the playground.
But with needles.
Like, are you good? The second verse is him talking about alcoholic escort having uncles and seeing people throw their lives away all up and down the Vegas Strip. It's just not getting any better. It's very well performed, but it is hard to stomach as a listener. There's like a refrain and bridge with Citizen Cope and then Baby Keem, and I don't think the singing there is really great. In fact, I'd venture to say that I don't really like the singing there much at all. But Keem ends the track with what sounds like an 85% accurate Andre 3000 like slam poetry fast spitting passage where he talks about how this is the essence of Casino, and the outro reiterates that this is for foster children, runaways, the underworld, and the underpaid. It's a very, very powerful track. It's arguably the heart of the album, and it is a solid 9 for me in spite of the singing.
9.
Following this, we have a song that is begging for a Slim Shady feature. It's Sex Appeal featuring Too Short, very unexpected on here, to be honest. I understand that the last track was very heavy, so we needed a breather, and this works well enough for me. It's very upbeat and bouncy and roller rinky. Too Short is a great pick to feature on a track like this. I'm not necessarily in love with it. I don't think it adds a ton to the album overall, but it's great for the club. It's Vegas-y, it's casino-esque. It's a nod to the vices that exist in the likes of a place like this or Miami. I personally could take it or leave it though. It's like a 6 to me.
6.
Next is Highway 95 Part 2, where we get more of the Boo Man origin story with a real downtrodden, mature Keem telling us all about this honestly really tragic upbringing. The part in the chorus where he says, I ain't never gonna be shit to my nieces feels like a pinch to my soul every time.
I ain't never gonna be shit to my nieces.
He recalls being 13 and living in ditches, not recalling his mother in the kitchen. He says his grades peaked in the 5th grade and playing video games was just a temporary band-aid. He's holding grass for the homies as a young teen. He's sitting outside with nothing, feeling lonely, and he's going hungry because they have no stamps at the end of the month. Oh, snap. This sucks. It's hard to listen to, but I think that it's good. It's raw, it's unfiltered, there's no sugarcoating, and we don't get that with the second verse either. We get a mention of Uncle Andre. We do not trust Uncle Andre. Keem talks about feeling like they'd be nothing without government assistance, and his mom would be out so long that he'd forget she existed. He feels like a burden that she didn't want. Boo Man is making me want to boo-hoo. You just have to keep reminding yourself that he's in a better place now, I think. The third verse makes references to Keem hitting the streets, though, as a youngin', looking for ways to get rent money with 5 in the gas tank, feeling like a soldier fighting for survival out here in these streets. This song feels like getting punched in the stomach repeatedly. It's a solid 9 to me.
9.
Fortunately, the Circus freestyle would follow, and this track is insane. The first verse is just straight flexing. Right after Keem is telling you that he has nothing, now we have everything. I love it. My life is a movie. This chick says she outgrew me. She's a goofy. At the end of the first verse, Keem says, if you want a 6-pack, you have to do sit-ups. And some freak on Juniors.com says this is a Drake diss. Please seek help. I love this bar for its simplicity. You know what you need to do to get what you want. This comes right after him saying that he was hooping thinking about Kobe, and he remembered living off bologna. If there's something you want, you gotta go get it. There's a beat switch here that is huge and grand and very Kanye Carnival-esque. The second part of this track has tons of different inflections and flow switches. It's like Baby Keem featuring himself. Like, we get both Keems. We get mature Keem, Baby Keem, 2-phone Keem, 1-phone, single phone, cell phone.
Dimsdale Dimmadome.
We also have some really funny bars like, what can I do in Bahamas right now? My fine shit's scared of the ocean. I love the bar. Can't let him inside. They mess up the vibe doing ho shit. She wanna post me online and act like she tribe. Like I wouldn't notice. It ain't no point in correcting you. You got it. You know that you bogus. He's calling these broads bogus. How dare she act like she tribe?
You are not like us.
I love how he called this other girl a 10, then said that he needs a strike. Simple, but brilliant. I also love bowling. I love the mean girl shit. Don't turn me on. You gotta come polite. Nice girls for the win. Then there's a third part to this track. Our beat evolves once again. Pichu to Pikachu to Raichu. We're in our bag. All gas, no brakes, no hooks, straight bars. Keem mentions his grandma again on this track. I've lost count of how many times this has happened at this point. Rest in peace, Granny Keem. He refers to himself in the third part of this track, by the way, as King Wyseem, which is really random, but I dig it, you know, just adding to the aliases. He says his mom cried when his house got colonized, which is a really interesting way of saying we lost our house because of my mom's gambling problem, but okay, I'm still listening. Keem mentions his not knowing siblings from his father's side, the one that he said he chose not to keep in contact with. He also mentions almost dying when he took the vaccine, which I've already seen people run with. Oh my God, Baby Keem is anti-vax. One, he's not anti-vax because he literally took the vax. He said that he took it. Two, vaccines can make you feel sick. I mean, it happened to me. That's not to mention, like, you know, just a variety of injuries that can occur. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist, but these are just things that happen. Also, some people have allergies to certain things that are in the vaccines. This is not 2-phone Baby Keem taking an anti-vax stance on the Casino album. He's just talking about what happened. Also, in the midst of this rap banger, he casually mentions Uncle Andre selling his Xbox for crack. That sucks. Uncle Andre,
Who was on crack?
literally taking Baby Keem's console and exchanging it for smack. Very bogus, Uncle Andre. You are not the homie. That is incredibly whack. You can tell that this track is nearing or needs to end because he starts making caveman noises. I'll allow it though. This track is an absolute blast, and I love the mix of banger beats and young Boo Man lore. I'm feeling a strong 9 to a light 10 on the Circus freestyle. Very thematically consistent and very well performed. Look, the next track is Dramatic Girl. and you either like Dramatic Girl or you don't. And for me, it's not bad. I just simply do not need it in my life. Sam Do sounds good in the first verse. Baby Keem, not my favorite singing from Baby Keem here in the chorus.
I need you finding that explosion.
I need you to find your way
Out of the studio.
Che Ekru handles the second verse. I don't know if I said their name right. I'm sorry. They sound great. Che sound wonderful. This should be their song for their album. There is a bridge towards the end of this track that I do enjoy where the harmonies are really nice, but the parts that just have Baby Keem just aren't really cutting it for me, and it's supposed to be a Baby Keem song on a Baby Keem album, and after listening to it 5 times today, I've decided that that's enough for me forever. I'm never gonna listen to that song again. You can't make me. It is the only definitive skip for me on the album. I'm sorry. It's just how I feel. Actually, I'm not sorry. It's just my opinion.
5.
No Blame is our closer, and we get all of the rain sounds, the dark and sad piano. We get all the y'all are gonna feel this one clues, and frankly, they are spot on. This song is entirely dedicated to Mama Keem, Baby Keem's mother. The core of the track is him saying that he doesn't blame her, he understands. He does make very specific references to some of her lowlights, her leaving him for such a significant amount of time at 7 that his grandma told him that she was dead. That's horrible. Then he talks about his mother and grandmother fighting over him with Child Protective Services present, his mom being pregnant with either him or somebody else while doing Xanax at the same time. Not great stuff at all. He mentions how the absence of his father may have affected her, and the chorus seems to indicate that he doesn't blame her because he knows that she's dealing with trauma of her own. She used to walk the Chicago streets alone, and her conscience must be heavy. He cries and blames himself, which definitely hurts to hear because he was just a baby boo man. He was just baby Keem. Like it's not his fault. Ideally, he's healing properly and getting help because the idea that he was at fault for his circumstances or his parents' failings it's far from the truth, but I digress, you know. This is a powerful and appropriately dramatic end for the album. The outro is him repeating, "I run away on Mother's Day, but I don't blame you, mama. So cold, don't feel love today." Like, Jesus, it really makes you miss the circus freestyle bars and the boogeyman's booty verse. You know, it's really heavy stuff. I actually love this ending though. I think openers and closers are really crucial for albums in determining the overall level of quality and the level of care and seriousness that's put into the project. I think both were absolutely nailed, from No Security to No Blame. The bangers bang and the feelers make me feel, and with a short runtime, the margin for error is very small. And in my personal opinion, as somebody that ran the album back and forth, there's just one skip to me. There's just one song that I don't really feel like hearing. And I think that's really impressive. The production throughout this entire album is great. It's pretty thematically consistent, and I don't feel like my time is being wasted in the slightest running it back. I feel like there's a lot of replay value to this album, and my initial rating was a light 9, and after sleeping on it, I thought that was maybe a little bit too high, but then I listened and I listened over and over again, and I'm still kind of like right back to where I was. King Wasim is making exactly what he wants. He's catering to nobody, but also there's no filler, no capping in the raps, no pulling punches when it comes to the deep stuff. And this still feels like a very, very light 9 to me.
9.
Very high highs, and the lows are really just like mid at worst. Definitely would recommend. Let me know what you all think, though. Let me know what bars I missed. Let me know if there's any specific themes or tracks that should have been touched on more. This took a lot to script, and I know that my editor has a lot of work cut out for him, but if you made it this far, please
Like the video.
and comment, "I don't blame you." Let me know your favorite tracks and bars, as well as anything that I missed. Of course, love you, mean it, spread the bread, and enjoy the outro.
Rest in peace, Granny Keem.
Cracking my windshield, I'm pissed off. If you a hater,
Get lost. Get lost. Yeah, it's my show and I'm in charge. Don't eat lemon pepper wings, but I'm the big boss. Please cut me slack, man, need a discount. About to jump off the roof, that's a dismount. I'm just playing.
I'm okay.
Okay, but like, are you though?
Sorry for the pause, that's awkward. Start a podcast cause I knew I was a talker. Yeah, my girl love me, but she's sick of my voice. And you know I'm pro-choice, so she do what she want. Why they hate when I get political? I'm a deep thinker, that's critical. Way too serious for a dude not getting paid. Man, I really need a shave. You know what sucks? Most of season 2 a day. Taking shots, but I skip out on the bar. Every single show, I swear I wanna raise the bar. Hope you listen close so you never miss the bar. Say the same thing, but I'm still going.